Hello, welcome to this episode of Data Analytics with Excel. My name remains Vincent Hope, your instructor. In this session, we're going to introduce that there are 4 important steps in every data analytics process. There are 4 steps, and these steps include 1, data collection. You should be able to get or extract the data from the different data formats. We have different formats like Excel formats, CSV formats, web format, and the rest PDF format or doc format. Whatever kind of format, you should be able to collect the data and bring it into the tool you are going to use for analysis. The next step is called data cleaning. After you have collected the data, retrieved it into your tool, you need to be able to clean the data, remove unwanted data that is missing, data that has errors. You have to be able to clean them and make the data more pristine so that your analysis will not have serious issues. You can get proper analysis from it. The next step after data cleaning is data analysis. After you have cleaned, you need to be able to analyze the data to be able to draw out insights, draw out valuable information that can be helpful to you or the organization you want to give that information to. Then finally, after the data analysis, you need data, and you would have to do data interpretation or what is called visualization, meaning that you need to make the data make sense to the people you are presenting it to, which could be your boss, your MD, or any other person who does not understand the data analytics process, is just interested in the final results. So let's jump right into it now. Let's quickly look at this picture here. You see the data analytics process. You see that you have data collection, which means you gather your data into a file or a data set. Then the data cleaning, which means you fix errors, remove noise, remove empty cells, missing values, remove or fill them up with the right averages. Then we have data analysis, which means you find trends and get out patterns. Then you interpret the results, which is interpretation. You explain the results to your audience. After you have completed this process, you can now make better decisions. So let's jump right into it as we said before. So the first step is data collection. What are we going to do? We're going to retrieve the file. So how do I retrieve my file? I already have a file here, but let me start the process again. I close this. I said no, I don't want to save it. So let me open my Microsoft Excel. I open my Microsoft Excel. I go to my Office button. I go to open. I look for where the file is stored. In my own case, I stored it under data analysis. I stored it under Excel. And this is the file, banking data with reference. I double click it and the file is opened, although it's showing us sheet 3 now. So let me go to sheet 1. So this is the data. Okay, so the data has now been brought into Excel. So what is the next step? The next step is to examine the nature of the file. What exactly do we have here? Now, if we go back, this file is actually an assessment of banks in Africa. Now, if you look at it very well, you have countries. If you check very well, this is Benin Republic. If you scroll down, you will have Burkina Faso here. You scroll down, you have Côte d'Ivoire here, although they are not correct. This is part of what we're going to do in our cleaning process. So we have the countries, we have the banks. You can see Bank Atlantic Benin. We have BGFI Bank. We have different banks that we assessed. Now the year of assessment is also here, 2013, 2014, 2015. This is a raw data. Then we have other values which you may not understand fully now. We have RIR. Now let's look at what it means. If we move down here a bit, if we move it here, that's why we said with reference. So you see that RRI means real interest rate. That is real interest rate here. Then SFS means domestic credit to, domestic credit to the private sector. That is SFS. INF is inflation rate, ERA, exchange rate, INL means interbank lending rate. The Z score is the measure of bank stability. The measure of bank stability. Then we have the debts of each bank, the size of the bank. CC means control of corruption, and we have other values: government effectiveness, political stability, regulatory quality index, area rule of law, and the voice of accountability. So you have a feel what kind of file, what kind of data is in this file. So let's move. Okay, we are back here. So what's the next thing we need to do? We need to make a duplicate. Now, when you have a file, before you start working on it, it's important to make a duplicate. And the reason is you can make a mistake or carry out an error during your analysis, or maybe you delete something by mistake. You need to be able to go back and get the source data. So it is safer to create a duplicate. So now we have only one file here, only one sheet here, only one data here. So let's make a duplicate. To make a duplicate, what we're going to do, we're going to press our control key. Let me move this, my mouse pointer. You can see I'm shaking it now. I move it down here under my sheet. Now I press my control key. If I press my control key and I click my mouse button at the same time too, you will see now something like a page is carried up. Now let me leave it again and repeat the process. So what do I do again? I press my control key and press my mouse button. When I press my button, you see like a page removed. You know, I can now move it here to sheet 2 and drop it. Now, what do I have? I have two sheets. I have the sheet 1, which is the same data. I also have the sheet 2, which is also the same data. So what do I do next? Let me check. Now, the next thing I need to do, okay, make a duplicate. Let me go back. If I make a duplicate, so now I have sheet 1. I can decide to call this sheet, I can call it my source data. Just call it source. Okay. Then I click this one here, right click it, come here and click what? Rename, and call this one work data. So I'm going to be doing my work here. So this is my work data, this is my source. They are the same data sets, but I will be working with this, and if I have any issues, I will delete a record by mistake, I can always come to the source and get back what I want. Okay, now let's move on. The next thing I'm going to do, in my work data, I'm going to create a table. The essence of this table is to be able to help us with our analysis, make it easier to do an analysis well. So I go back to my work table and I click on this, and I press Ctrl plus T. When I press Ctrl plus T, it comes out with something. It says create a table. Now it will take the table range. You say, where is the data from your table? This is the table range. You can see now it has highlighted from here to here. That means this is all the parts of the table I want to work with. So what do? I click OK. You can see it changes. It has created a table with the data. Let me go back, Ctrl Z. I'm back to my normal position. Now let me go back to my work data. Let me go back to my work data. So what do? I click inside the Excel sheet and I press Ctrl plus T. This is Ctrl T, say create table, and I click OK. If I click OK, you can see it has created a table for me. So that is how you create a table. You can see it did not affect this data here. It just affected this. So I have my table now. So what do? I need to rename my table. Now, if you watch very well, this table is named table 2 here under table name. But I want to give it another name so that I can make use of it. I can decide to call it bank table, and I press enter. So I have pressed enter. So this is my source file, this is my work file. So I have created my table in Excel and I've named it bank table. So I have finished the first process of the data collection to retrieve the file, examine the nature of the file, make a duplicate of the file so that I can have both the source data and the work data. I've also created a table using Control T, then I renamed the table under that table name. Now let's make progress. So the first thing we're going to do, the next thing we're going to do, remember, is a 4-step process, is data collection, which is this one we just completed. The next step is data cleaning, which is to fix the errors and remove noise. So let's go there. So what are we going to do under data cleaning? We are going to remove what? Duplicates. The first thing is because every data set can have duplicates, which could be as a result of typing errors, maybe from the secretary or the clerical staff who was entered information double times, or even when you are trying to retrieve the information, maybe in the conversion process, it created a duplicate. So the first thing to be able to do to clean your data is to remove duplicates. So let's go to Excel and remove duplicates. Now, to do how you do it in Excel, you go to Data, you click on Data menu here, click on Data menu, then you come here, check very well. You see it come say remove duplicates. It said, look at what it says now. If I click on put it there, it said remove duplicates, delete duplicate rows from the sheets. You can specify which columns should be checked or for duplicates. So all I simply need to do, I just click on it. If I click it, because it has been selected, the table has been selected. So it says what? Remove what? Duplicates. To delete duplicate values, select the number of columns that contain duplicates. Since you are not sure of it, you leave all the columns checked, leave all of them checked. Then you simply come here and click OK. Now when you click OK, you see that it says what? No duplicates what? Found. If it found some duplicates, for example, it will tell you if you found 5 duplicates found or 10 duplicates found which have been removed. It will tell you it has been removed. But for this data, we have no duplicates. So we just click OK. So that's what you do. So the process simply means you click data, then you come and you click remove duplicates, then you simply click OK. So it says no duplicate found. So that's the first step in your cleaning. Now let's go back. We have done this now, remove duplicates. The next step is to work on the text. Now let's work on the text. The text should have some errors, could have some errors. So let's go back. Now let's look at this. You see that you have countries. You see that this is supposed to be like Benin, but it's having some error. It's not correct. It's not properly spelled out here. Now this could be a retrieving error. Now, but if you need to make sense of it, you need to correct it. So to do that, you press Control H. Now Control H is find and replace. Let me cancel it again and repeat the process. Control plus H, you get find and replace. So what do? I right click this, I click copy, and I come to find what, click inside here, right click it and click paste. You can see now it is BACNIN. Now, but the correct spelling, I come to replace with BENIN. You can see now this is the correct spelling. Now these are a lot of them are wrong here. I will come here and click replace all. Now you can see that all of them here have been changed, and it tells you Excel has completed its search and has made 126 replacements. It has made 126 replacements. Then you click OK. You click OK. So we scroll down again and look for other file. We are under countries now. Other data that have issues. Let's go. Burkina Faso is correct. Let's come down. You can see that this is Côte d'Ivoire. It's also having issues. So what do? We also right click it, click copy, come here, highlight this, click what? Paste on it. You can see it's Côte d'Ivoire, which is not correct. So let's type the correct one. Remove Benin here. Type Côte d'Ivoire, Côte d'Ivoire, Côte d'Ivoire. Then we click also replace all. It said Excel has completed search and made 238 replacements. Click OK. Let's search again. Scroll down. Let's see what we can do with this set. Scroll down. Okay, Mali is correct. See, Mali is correct. Let's check if we see. Okay, you can see Senegal has issues. Right click it, click copy, click inside here, remove this one here. Okay, right click it, click paste, then type the correct one and click and type Senegal and click replace all. It says Excel has completed search and 224 replacements. 224 replacements. Click OK. Let's scroll down again. Let's see if there's any other one that is having issues. Togo is correct. Okay, I think for countries we are done. Now let's check for the banks. Let's see whether there are issues with the banks. I'm scrolling up now. Okay, the banks, we have this Bank Atlantic Benin is correct. BIJF Bank is correct. Let's scroll down. Let's see. Okay, we see that we have something here. We have society. You can see this has an error. So I write, so I copy, I click on this, I remove this one here under the banks. I press right click and I click paste. You can see this list looks like Society General Bank. So I click here and type the correct one, Society General Bank. And I click replace all. I have 7 replacements. Click OK. Let's scroll down again and look for other ones that have issues. Okay, we have another one here. Click this. This is Society Banks that Burkina Faso. Right click this, go copy, highlight this and click paste. You can see now I can change it. This is Society General the banks QSU, or this is French word Burkina. Okay, I remove this. I replace all 2 again. It said I completed 7 places made. Click OK. I search back. I keep searching. Let's see anyone that has an error again. Okay, we have another one here. Society Ivorian the Bank. Right click this, copy, highlight this, click paste. So Society Ivorian. So I can just say Ivorian. These are French words. The banks QU in bracket SIB, close the bracket, remove this. This is the correct one. Click replace all again, 7 replacements. Click OK. Let me check again if there's anyone that has issues again. I think, okay, we have this one again, all the society. This must have really been a retrieving error. So I copy this, I right click, click paste. So what's the correct one? Society Nigerian the Bank. Society Nigerian. Okay, Nigerian is a French word. The bank. Okay, instead of removing everything, just adjust the one you have before. Replace all, 7 replacements too. Click OK. Now let's see. Okay, we have another one here. Click this, right click, copy. We have right click and paste it. It's supposed to be Credit International SA Senegal. So let's type it, Credit International SA Senegal. Okay, I remove all this. I click replace all, click OK. Let's check if there's any other one. Okay, we have another final one, which is this. Right click, copy, paste it here. Paste Société Interafricaine des Banques. I think it's at Interafricaine. Okay, so Society. Let's type it, Society Interafricaine des Banques. Okay, so replace all two. 7 replacements. So beautiful now. So our text data looks more pristine now. If we scroll up, we can now cancel this, close it. So we have dealt with the countries and we have dealt with the bank. So we're looking better now. So we have worked on the text. Now let's work on numbers. To work on numbers, if we come here, we discover that now under the RRISFS, we discover that we have about 6 decimal places or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each of them have 6 decimal places, which will not be too clean for calculations. It will give us a lot of decimals. So we want to reduce decimals. So what are we going to do? We're going to click here. Now click it. Watch what I do. Click here. Press my shift key. Then press my right arrow key to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Till I get to the end, I think it's 13 times. Till I get to the end, 13 times. So then what do I do now? I now press shift. That's same, press shift and press control and press down arrow key. It will highlight everything. Let me repeat the process, because sometimes you may not get it at one flow. Let's go up, back. I click the first value or first cell, press my shift key, press my right arrow key until I highlight the first row. Then still holding my shift key, I press my control key, then press the down arrow key once. All the cells will be highlighted. Now, what do I want to do? I want to reduce the decimal. I simply come here, I will come to home. When I click on home menu, I will come to my decrease decimal. Now watch what happens. Decrease, I click, this is increase decimal, this is decrease decimal. So I click decrease decimal, I click 1, it's reducing to 5 now. Click 2, reducing to 4. Click 3, reducing to 3 decimals. Click 1 more. So this is adequate for what I want to do. So I think I have reduced my decimal. I click outside and I click save. So if we look at, we have completed these 3 processes. So we have, in the data cleaning, we have removed duplicates, we have worked on text, we have worked on numbers. So this is how you achieve that in Excel. So until our next video, where we show you how to do the analysis and also to show you how to do the interpretation. Thank you for watching. My name remains Vincent Hope, your instructor.